Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on Lumber Capital Log Yard. As many of you know, we are a sawmill here in Pennsylvania, and part of our sawmill operation is this resaw. But you know, there's been some confusion about how it really benefits the whole operation, and I really want to break it down for you today so that you can see how we feel that it is necessary as a sawmill to have one of these. So without further ado, let's get into it. Is a resaw necessary if you want to start your own sawmill business? No, not really, but as soon as you start really trying to produce a lot of lumber, that's when this machine comes in handy. Now we have a real steel. There are many brands of resaws. Wood-Mizer has their own resaw. I'd love to check out sometime. There are some things about this machine I think could be better, but in the end, it's worked for us for quite a few years, and it's gonna work for us a lot longer. I have made a video in the past about how we changed the blades in there, the saw, which has really helped because we completely dulled out those blades that were in there. So with the brand new ones on, that just made a big difference. I think pretty soon we're gonna have to change them out again. I don't know, maybe not pretty soon. We'll see. But anyhow, that's besides the point. What does this machine do for us? Well, for one, it takes the so-called flitches, which are the boards that come off the mill with bark still on the edges. So it looks like a piece of lumber, but it still has bark on the sides, and it just edges them right off. So we also call this machine the edger. It's really called a resaw, but you'll hear me refer to it as the edger as well. I usually call it the edger over the resaw, but I'm trying to be professional. Just kidding. So we have a stack of pine over there, a whole stack of flitches that we're going to move over here, and then we're going to start this machine up, and you can see it work in a little bit in action here. You can see it's a really simple, really simple to operate, and it's worked for us. So let's check it out. That was a ridiculously tight squeeze. It's kind of not the best setup under this roof because of just the simple fact that it doesn't fit, but we make it work. We seem to somehow every single week make it work. Come Friday when we have a ton of freaking flitches to do, and we're like, oh shoot, this again, right? Well, now that the pile is here, we can actually get started. Coffee. What would we do without it? My love for coffee, or I guess a more accurate term would be addiction, has basically led us to have our own coffee brand. This is it right here. I think that I'm just really excited about the whole thing. I think that it looks amazing. The bag's great. This one right here is a Colombian one, which is my favorite of his beans. We also have a Sumatra, which I grew up drinking Sumatra, and we also have another one. So if you guys haven't, kind of went out and tried some different coffees lately, I'd recommend trying this stuff. I was really impressed with it the first time I ever had it. I had been drinking just the whole bean Sumatra from Starbucks, and it's definitely a whole different ball game. That's for sure. So right now we have a sale going on that if you buy 4 bags of coffee, you get a bowl cap for free. So make sure to jump on that offer. I have a link to our merch shop down in the description, and that's where you can find the coffee as well as these awesome handmade pottery mugs, which is just something else I've been really excited about. I use this cup every day now, literally every single day. I had to take it out of the dishwasher dirty this morning because it had been used and not cleaned because I use it so much. Okay, too much information. Anyhow, let's get back to work now after my coffee break. That was my coffee break. The Resaw has shown to be useful in more than one way. It's useful in the sense that you can take the flitches and turn them into saleable lumber instead of doing it the what I call old-fashioned way of actually using the mill to do that. You have to stand the board up on its end. It's a tricky process, and with any high production mill, that just doesn't work. Another thing that it has shown to be useful for is filling orders that would otherwise be trickier to fill. So for instance, today we cut literally all 1x3s. And because this is pine, we don't even really inventory 1x3s, so this is considered a custom order. But we have this huge pile of flitches, and I can just cut all 1x3s out of them, which is just really useful. The one thing I wanted to mention, though, that I don't know if I have in the past is that this machine cannot do 2 inches. So that would be one downfall of this Resaw. I don't know if all Resaws are like that or if it's just this one, but it mainly only does 1 inch. It can go a little over 1 inch, but because we inventory 1 and 2 inch, there have been times I would have been like, wow, we could definitely use a machine that could cut 2 inches, but it's more of a rarity for that to be beneficial to us anyhow. It's not that big of a deal, but that is something I wanted to mention. If you're wanting to edge thick stuff, that's not going to work. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let us know also in the comments section whether you have a Resaw for your sawmill operation or not. Yeah, other than that, I think that about wraps it up. If you enjoyed, make sure to give it a thumbs up. As always, don't forget to check out our coffee in our merch shop, lumbercapital.shop. It's in the description. Other than that, we'll see you back here next time. Bye.